Hello, my name is Mr. Botello. You'll be able to call me Mr. B if you stay around past the first semester. But until then, a formal Mr. Botello. So, just kidding. My name is Mr. Botello. I'm actually the American history teacher for 8th grade here at Osceola Middle School. I have 17 crazy years of 8th grade experience that I'm waiting to share with you guys that are coming back for us for face-to-face. And I want to give you a quick rundown about what you can expect for American history in 8th grade. So what do we cover in 8th grade in American history? Well, we cover everything from Christopher Columbus sailing west all the way, hopefully, fingers crossed, to the American Civil War. And in this classroom, something that I stress very much is, I don't care if you know what the answer is, I care if you know why that's the answer. And during this course study, what you'll find is that we're going to go on an exploration to not just learn about the stuff that we already know, but learn more about the information of things that we don't know. So for example, one of the biggest things that we do in this classroom is we talk about a lot of those groups that are underrepresented, from our women to our African Americans to our enslaved population to our immigrants to our Native Americans. We talk about how they were involved in the building of this nation, so it gives us a sense of identity for some of us that study this history with no real interest at all when we first go through it. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I feel like you're going to learn a lot. You're definitely going to be able to, when you're taking this class, you'll be able to learn why, or you have an idea as to why certain things are the way they are today, because you're examining the past. And in order to understand the present, you have to be able to examine the past. Now, what are you going to need to be successful in Mr. Botello's classroom? Very simple. You're going to need a couple of sheets of loose leaf paper on a regular basis. You will need one of these, a composition book. We hope that this is going to be about 100 pages because we are going to have an interactive notebook that we're going to do. And because of COVID, we are taking extra precautions, so we're going to ask that you try to make sure that you have all of the items that you need. Specifically for this class, loose leaf paper, highlighters, pencils are fine, but mechanical pencils are preferred. You will need a set of either colored pencils or markers, scissors, and glue sticks. All right, everything else outside of that I can provide, I can cover, that's not a problem, but it would be easier for a lot of the assignments that we're going to do, especially a lot of the cutting, the pasting, if you guys can provide that and make sure that you keep up with that on a regular basis per 9 weeks. We're still on the fence about field trips that we're going to have for 8th grade, because until COVID clears, we're not sure as to field trips for 8th grade that we would take to St. Augustine, and of course the big field trip to Washington, D.C. in the spring. But other than that, I look forward to working with you. We will be using Schoology as one of our major platforms for doing work, so in case if you happen to be live streaming, or if you happen to be sick a day or two, then most of our work can be found on Schoology. And we do have a classroom that has literally every desk is 6 feet apart. That we are going to encourage you to wear your mask as part of our protocol for the first 9 weeks. I will have my masks on the days that I feel really cool. I'll don my really cool masks that my sister makes. You'll get to hear a lot about my crazy family, as well as my 2 kids that I love very much. But more importantly, when you leave Osceola Middle School, when you leave 8th grade, you'll have a better sense of understanding of American history, and you'll be able to look at events and be able to examine them and walk away with your own conclusions. So I look forward to working with you, and just can't wait to get back to this. I've been on vacation since March, so please come back.